So if you don't know who these two people are, they're the Forks Over Knives creators, basically. Alana Poley, MD, and Matthew Letterman, MD, both doctors. Both doctors. Somebody sent me, some images of them and asked me like what I think. And I did remember
Okay.
seeing on Alana's Instagram, they have a daughter who they say
Hello,
have
everybody. Hold
chronic
on a
illness.
second.
She has Crohn's
Hello,
disease.
hello,
And
hello,
there was an interview like
hello.
a couple years ago on
Hello, everybody. Hello,
this YouTube channel. I forgot what it's
everybody.
called.
Hello, it's Lewis
I don't know,
Schaffer.
one vegan
Welcome to
channels, YouTube
the
channels,
Neighborhood Fat Club,
and they were
fat
talking about
shaming
how she has this chronic
group.
illness, and they were feeling
Let's be thin and
embarrassed because
beautiful. Look
she
at how
has this
great I
illness, and
look.
they
I'm
were like,
wearing a
"Oh, well,
t-shirt
we're out here
underneath
talking
because
about
I'm
what's gonna
thin. I
happen."
can wear a
So now
t-shirt and
we have
not
to
think
deal with it and
I
talk about
look
all the
fat.
spiritual stuff.
And I've been
The person told
losing
me
a
that
lot
they
of
still have
weight.
some
Thank you very
fasting
much for
place. Now, I don't know
coming,
if they have or
everybody.
they're fasting,
Hello,
but
Joe. Hello,
it
Mark.
sound like, I
Hello,
don't know for
Keith.
sure.
Alex. Zingo's here.
Because I think she's
Ian
still a
is here.
teenager. But anyway,
Simon
about 4
Arnold
months
is
ago, there was another
here.
post I saw
There
on
we go.
Facebook
Look at
where someone was
this.
talking about,
Everybody,
dealing with chronic
quality.
illness and all that.
Quality
So
is
I'm not
here.
gonna say that their
Joodles.
diet led her to Crohn's
Hold
disease. I'm
on a
not gonna say that,
second.
but I'm just
Thank
gonna
you.
say
Thank
like
you. Thank you.
these are two
Thank
medical
you.
doctors making.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I left a background video. Appreciate that. Okay. I'm learning how it goes. Sorry about that. Could you hear me? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. As the saying goes, early birds always catches the worms. I don't know if that's true, but thank you very much for that. Kerry Macca is here. She just said that. Yeah. Keith is here. Alex Zingo. We got 21. We're approaching 30. 30. 30. Oh my God, I'm a bit tired. It's going to be like yesterday. It's not going to be a great day for this. I don't know what it is. I actually woke up relatively early. I went to sleep relatively early. And then I went into Peckham. I went to Lidl. I went shopping in Lidl. And I had an almond croissant, which you should never have. I feel bad. Never have an almond croissant. I apologize to you people. I should set a really strong example. John Van Dam is here. Appreciate that. Vatanized Music, Maltese Phil. Good to see you. Carrie, baby. Hey, Lewis is Archie Gloom. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, people, for saying hello. So I went to Lidl and I had an almond croissant, and you can't have it because it's number one. It's a croissant by itself is unbelievably delicious because it's butter and sugar, and it's amazing. And then when you have an almond croissant, who knows what's in there, the extra sugar. So I apologize. They are delicious. They are delicious. And so I'm trying to let me see what my sugar content is. Not that you care. Not that you care what my sugar content is. Let's see what else is going on. Let me find out what my sugar, because I keep track of everything that I eat. I woke up this morning. I weighed 78.3 kilograms yesterday, and I thought I could even be lower than that. It could be lower. Who knows? I just felt it was lower because I didn't eat that many calories. I had 78.3 kilograms the day before that, which is Monday. Then I had 79.2 the day before that, which was Sunday. So this is, so I've had 2 days, 2 good days. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me, audience? Can you forgive? Maltese Phil said he went to Lidl for an inflatable kayak and came out with eggs and milk as well. That's how they get you. That's actually really funny. That's how they get you. You go to buy a kayak and you come out with eggs and milk. Anyway, that's very funny. That is funny. But I'll tell you, I've had 48 grams of carbs, which is not quite 50, but it's still low. Joodles is here. Hello, Joodles. She's here. John Loynes. Oh, it's good to see John Loynes' name. What does John say? Lidl's meat has gone up in price recently. It has. It has. It was like the brisket was like $10, 10 pounds a kilo. And now it's more. Marianne McCara's here. Hello, everybody. I love Jersey boys, Lewis. I'm not from Jersey. That's like saying I love South London and you come from North London. I was naughty. I had that thing. I went to yeah. So yeah, I don't know who likes Jersey boys. Chocolate-filled croissants are lovely. They are. And you know what the tragedy was? I bought it. I said I'm just going to have half. I had half. It would have been about 20 grams of sugar. But then I get home and I ate the other half. I should have thrown it out. You got to throw it out. The last time you were on GBM, you were brilliant, says Zingo. I think it was Sunday. It was Saturday night. It was Saturday night, but that was good. Thank you very much. Thank you for saying I'm brilliant. Is this light too bright, or is this just the way it's got to be? Is this just the maybe I'll see if I can fix the light. How is that? I don't know if I'm happy with this. But yeah. The little near me, says Maltese Phil, has roasted chicken. So when I go for a shop, instead of baked goods, I get a portion of hot chicken wings. Yeah. You know who has food like that? A lot of food like that is Morrison's has the roasted chicken. That's good stuff. It's not the best stuff. It's not like raw beef, but it's good. I had a dream about brownies last night, says Mary Ann McCara. I'm dreaming of carbs. Yeah. Well, you've got to basically, like right now, I know a lot of you people are listening to this talk and saying, I'm getting hungry. I can't listen to this. I'm getting hungry. But over time, you won't get that hungry. It looks to me too bright for you, Lewis. Straight in your eye peeps. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and see how it looks.
Use the ones on
this one here. The producer says to use the ones here. Maybe if I put this up here. How is that?
It's casting a shadow down on you.
Is it?
Just put it on at head level.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That is almost at head level. This is below head level. How is this? Looks the same. Is there another? You want to put the light on in there? Oh, you did. Okay. All right, I think that looks a bit better. Doesn't that look better? Kerry, where is Kerry's comment? You sang Sherry Baby to me. Oh, I see. In the Jersey Boy, by the Jersey. They're not by the Jersey Boys. It's by what is it called? It's called, what is the band called? What is it called? It's that guy. There you go, Kerry. Thank you. You did the right thing. You reminded me. You reminded me to write that down. I mean, I can't read all the comments. I'm quite frugal. It's half bat. It's half bat I buy. Yeah, you could probably, bat is like, what kind of animal is a bat like? Like a mouse. Aren't bats mice? So Kerry Mack loves the chocolate brownies. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Kerry. Exactly right. The play is called Jersey Boys. Jersey Boys. New Jersey is across the river to the west from New York, and I'm from Long Island or Brooklyn, and that's across the river to the east. It's slightly different. I think it's different. Yeah. You love the Jersey Boys. It's the first time anybody has ever praised the Jersey Boys. I never heard anything bad said about them. You need a reflector umbrella. Do I need one of those? Producer, a reflector umbrella.
I'm busy.
He's busy. Yeah, let me write it down. My mom.
Buy a fucking reflector.
Why not?
Because it's a waste of money and you don't need it. No one needs that. Like who has that? No one has that.
But wouldn't it be better?
Even the biggest streamers have a reflector umbrella to like give you full light. What you could do is fix the light bulb above you.
No, you can't. I can't have a light bulb. Maybe I need a light like this. How about this? How does that look? How does this look? Does that look all right? It's a bit scary. It's a bit scary. I mean, I haven't spent any money on this, so let's. Hey, Proto is here. Did you see the 3-foot rat reported on talk radio this morning? It was huge. Rats can be big. Please, can you call Cressida and tell her you really miss her on Headliners? Thanks, Lewis. I miss her. Yeah, I do. I do miss her. Headliners may not be coming back. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. If it comes back, it could be a big hit because it's coming back. Mary Ann McCara says she roasted a whole chicken last night and stuffed it with chopped up onions. Onions cooked in chicken fat are delicious. Yeah. Who doesn't love chicken fat? That's like Jewish food is chicken fat, basically. So we're not going to get a new umbrella. If you want a new umbrella, maybe go to Patreon. Go to I meant to do this thing. I do this thing. Go to what is it called? Go to the join thing. Any umbrella covered in tinfoil, Lewis. How about that? That really be kind of poor. So here's the news from me. I had someone come and look at the house and see how much my house. PayPal. Go to PayPal. PayPal. I had someone come to my house here and see how much it's worth, and it's worth less than it was 5 years ago. That's a very bad sign. Would you say that that's a bad sign? What would Judel say? Because she knows stuff. Judels knows stuff, basically. Maybe Judels knows. Who else knows about real estate? Anyway, it was a bit depressing, but the lady who helped me was lovely. Lovely, lovely lady. I'm not moving. I'm just like this. I'd like to have the cash, and I just think, I don't know what it is. I'm having a crisis. Kerry asks. I'm having a crisis. Do you want to move? I don't really want to move. No, I don't want to move. I never heard of any house that depreciating. Yeah, it's depreciated. No, not depreciated. It's deprecated. No, depreciated. I don't know what the right word is. Paul Cox is on again tonight. He was on Sunday, but had a record low commentary time of 2 minutes. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Paul is good. He's no Lewis Schaffer. Nobody's Lewis Schaffer. Nobody is Lewis Schaffer. We need more of the producer, says John Van Damme. I think so too, but he's busy doing his stuff. Paul Cox is okay. Yeah, he's okay. Moving is terribly stressful. It is unbelievably stressful. How do you move? How do I get rid of all my stuff? Why do I have to schlep it all over the place? Depreciation, losing value. Appreciation, going up in value. Thank you, Judel. She's so knowledgeable. Maybe they're just telling you it's worth less. Normally, they tell you it's worth more. That's what I said to her. Don't they do that? She actually said that to me, Malteseville. Get more plants in. My plants are dead. Is your house self-deprecating? Yeah. Well, I say bad things about it. But it's not that it's self-deprecating, Lucy. It's just that the economy is collapsing or something. It's collapsing. It's horrible. And again, Judels is laughing at Lucy. Lucy's very funny. She has to be funnier than Lewis Schaffer. She doesn't give a damn about me, that this is my business to be the funny one. No, she wants to say something funny. You go right ahead. Rat apparently tastes like chicken. I'll stick to chicken. Yeah. I mean, probably rat is a lot better to eat than you think it is. I mean, they but lied. Any trash talk today. What does that mean, any trash talk? Are you going to America, Lewis? No, I don't think I'm going to America, but I'm thinking I want to have the cash just in case something happens. I shouldn't even talk like this. Should I talk like this, producer? Why should I not talk like this? Because maybe people will listen to me and they'll think, oh my God, if Lewis Schaffer is selling his place, I'm going to sell my place. Are you laughing at what I just said? That's how I actually think. House prices currently, specifically Lewis's, yeah, they're going down. What are you talking about? House prices. Stay here, mate. The UK needs you. I'm staying here. I shouldn't have even talked about it. I shouldn't have talked about it. I should be secretive. I'm not secretive. That's the best thing about me, I would say, that I'm not secretive. I'm really litter. Yeah, trash talk. Oh, that's right. That was from yesterday. My memory is so bad. Trash talking. Trash. Where will the producer live? That's a really good question. Maybe he'll come up and live with you. Do you have room up there where you are, Lucy? For the producer. Where would you want to live, producer? Stop. I'm not allowed to talk to him. Okay. I mean, it's something, I don't know where he'll live. Yeah, but don't eat raw meat, says Alex. Bet that's worth a fortune in London. What, my flat? I got bad news for you. I mean, it's 5 bedrooms in St. John's Wood with two parking spaces and access to the park, but it's not worth that much. Yeah, trash talk. I took a walk today. I went in the whatchamacallit, in the has Tommy been exonerated? Cheapest flights to Malta next year, something to look forward to. Yeah, Maltese Phil. Yeah, I want to go to Malta. I'm always getting stuff about Malta because I'm always talking about Malta. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm back in the room. Joe's come back. Rihanna is here. Has the CCTV been released? That's what we want to know. Tommy's been bailed. That's not exonerated being bailed? I didn't word that right. I meant it's cheaper to buy a chateau in France than buy a house in the UK, says Kerry Macca. Is that true? Is what I meant to ask. It's cheaper to buy a chateau. Yeah, probably. But it's a question of where that chateau is. If it's in the center of Paris, it's not going to be cheaper. Tommy wants the CCTV released to prove the incident happened due to self-defense. I can't imagine he just punches somebody. I can't imagine that.
Yes, you can imagine that.
I can imagine it because maybe the guy deserved to be punched.
He's the exact sort of person who would do that.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm not saying I trust Tommy Robinson, but I don't trust that. £425,000 to £800,000, 2-bedroom house in Nunhead. Right move. Yeah, well, that's what you think it should cost. Vatanai's music. That's what you think. Rianne Basten, Joodles, the police have studied it. He was followed and harassed for a good while. Yeah. Yeah, Tommy looking for donations again. Well, maybe this is his way of getting donations. He needs donations. It's not easy to live. You get fired, you're not easy. My chum, says Joodles, moved to the most gorgeous house on a Greek island because it was cheaper than a mid-terrace in Hull. Yeah, but can I ask you a question? How long does it take to get to Midtown London? To get to Central London? Joodles. Takes a long time. Okay, so you know, we trust you, says Zingo. Thank you, Zingo, for trusting Lewis. I don't know what you trust me about, but listening in again, it's about to do a workout. I'm recovering, this is what you, Jared, says, from something, and I'm able to exercise again after 7 months. Yeah, well, I mean, exercise is good, but you don't make a business out of it. Lucy asks me, Coke isn't free. Coke isn't free. Is that like a drug reference to someone taking drugs that made him more hyper? The guy was drunk and harassing Tommy. Eventually, he had to defend himself. Yeah, probably it's true. Probably it's true.
Then why flee the country?
Because he knows he's going to get it, Columbus. You're not a black man.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
He deserves somebody walking down the street harassing the guy.
No.
Well, what does he deserve?
He deserves being in prison for punching him.
Here's my, you know what? You have to stop.
There's no benefit of the doubt. The guy is like, he's like a dog. He can't control himself.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
He's like a fighting dog.
Yes, we need a fighting dog. So that's the kind of dog we want. Vote Labor's in the house. You need a Muslim woman in your life with a nice Islamic wedding. You know what? If I converted to Islam, I'd probably be happier. Yeah, we're all going to go that way. Yes, we are. Vote Labor. Yeah. I live in the Northeast. Where's the Northeast? 3-bedroom semi, £120,000. Lovely area. London isn't the be all and end all, says Prado 35. That's so cheap. That's maybe where I'm going to move. You mind going up to where is that Prado 35? Is that Sunderland? Is it Washington? Is it? It's not Anik. Could be anywhere. He didn't, says John Loins. He had booked a holiday before he was attacked. He didn't flee the country. Tell the producer to do his research.
Right. He didn't flee. He just punched the guy and then immediately boarded a plane out to the country.
Well, wouldn't you? Why would you want to listen?
Just a coincidence, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, he's talking sarcastically. The producer. No, that sounds reasonable, John Loins. He didn't flee. It was prearranged holiday, says Kinsey. Also.
The holiday gets bumped.
It would be booked before.
Leave him knocked out and bleeding.
He had to defend himself to get to his flight. Lewis, could you please do a shout out for my neighbor? Her name is Amanda Hug. Okay, you did that one yesterday, Russ, but I appreciate it anyway. He also rang the police after the attack to report it. Give the guy a break. He's the only one fighting for this country, maybe. Or maybe, what's his name is, too. Possibly. Nigel Farage. I love living in the North End, but fagging was freezing. Could be freezing. Yeah, it's freezing up there. Direct trains from Cleethorpes to London's coming soon. Yeah, there's some new train lines up there from Hull or whatever it is. Could be. But Judel says it was freezing. Well said, John Lloyds and Kinsey. Yeah, we don't know what the story was. And you definitely can't believe the police. Let's say, yeah, Lewis. Have you got a lefty son?
I'm more left compared to you.
He's
I'm still like insanely right wing.
Because his friends consider him insanely right wing. I don't know. Are you insanely right wing? Are you right wing? He's not. He's left.
I just cannot. I cannot like stand listening to people defend Tommy Robinson. He's just such a disgusting person.
Yeah.
Just because he says like some things on migration which aren't like awful.
Yeah.
He's just like.
Oh.
He's disgusting. He's just. I can't even think about him.
You know what? I used to think like that too, but then I realized you got to dance with the girl you brought.
He's a domestic abuser and uses every single.
What was said about me? What was said about me? I'll let you read my court papers, Columbus. Do I seem like a domestic abuser? This is what they do. They accuse you of domestic abuse. That's what they do. You're a native New Yorker. You could know the score right now. You're a native New Yorker. What's Tommy done, producer? What disgusting things? He said it. He said he's a domestic abuser.
No, he's just like he is just like quintessentially a chav who just goes around punching people because he thinks he can get away with it, and then calls unfairness when he gets in prison.
Yeah, he's a chav. But that's how the elitist left, they accuse people of being chavs. Tell Columbus I used to think that too, says Judels. Then I actually listened to him and realized we've been brainwashed about him for decades. Yeah, probably true. Look what they said about me, producer.
Yeah.
They said I was like Mr. Anti-disabled people. Have I ever spoken out against disabled people?
You've never punched someone.
I have. I won't punch somebody once. The guy who broke my phone, I punched somebody. I regret doing that. Tommy's not a domestic abuser. Producer. That's what Judel says. It was a setup, says Kerry. Laughing my A off. The chavs may save the country. Yes, they may. Let's hope they do. Why did they bail him out? Bail who out? Well, why did they let him go? Well, Winston Churchill once said, we all start off as socialists, then as we get older, become more and more conservative. And if you don't, you must be... No, he's young. He's very young, my boy. But you were a conservative very early. Why was that? Why were you a conservative so early in life?
Contrarian, isn't he?
He was contrary. Here's the thing, guys, also. Keep in mind, he's a contrarian. I'm not saying that to denigrate his opinion here. He might have this as a real opinion. But he's like his father. He doesn't like when it doesn't seem right. Right? That's like me. It doesn't seem right, so I'll say something against it. Yes, says Miriam McCara. I have heard him interviewed multiple times. I agree, Judels. Yes, that's what she's telling to Judels. But there would have been zero grooming gangs trials if it wasn't for him, Lucy. Yes. What did Lucy say? He jeopardized the grooming gang trial with his recklessness. Unforgivable. So Judel says, Lucy, there wouldn't have been any trial if it wasn't for him. Listen to Tommy on Heretics. Heretics, I like that show. I like that guy a lot. And on Liam Tuff's podcast, producer. Never mind, producer. Your cup is already full, lad. Lucy says, not true. My 18-year-old sounds like the producer. Youth. He's actually quite right-wing, my son. getting less and less right-wing, but he was quite right-wing for all those years. Am I right? He was quite. Time to get the Stone Island gear out. What does that mean? Time for us to go up to into the marshes and into the hills? This is how smear campaigns work. I'm afraid the public have views based on mainstream media reporting, says John Lloyds. How can you disagree with that? How can you know when you know that the BBC controls 60% of the press? Screw those people. How can you believe that? How can you believe mainstream media when the BBC is state-owned propaganda? And when I say state, I mean big media propaganda. Mary Ann's talking to Ruben. Yes, true. One becomes more conservative the older one grows. Yes. I'll admit it, I was a communist back in the day. I was a radical left-wing communist. But now, no. BBC are in trouble once again. They're inherently in trouble because they're liars. They're liars. Am I allowed to say that? Is that slanderous? Yeah. That's Russ Allen saying that. Lewis says, Simon Maxwell, somebody relatively new. Hey, Simon, welcome back. Lewis, you are the best headliners. You are the best, period. Put a punctuation mark in there. Headliners must come back. Yes, I'd like it to come back, but I mean, not if... Lucy says, Julie Bindel and Adam Norfolk exposed the grooming gangs. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did. But, it isn't that they're groomers. So what if they're groomers? It's bad that they're groomers. It's very bad. But it's that they hate this country. They don't want to be a part of this country. They want to set up their own caliphate, which is taking over this country. The Soup Nazi is one of my favorite Seinfeld episodes. Lewis, would be fair to say you are the fat Nazi. Yeah, I don't want anybody to be fat. Oh, the Coke on Strictly thing, yeah, says Joe. She's saying that the BBC's in trouble. Of course they're in trouble because they're stealing your money. They're forcing. I got a letter today saying they're coming to my house on August 13th. Will they show up on August 13th? Probably not because they're liars. And even if they do, they have no right to come into my house. They've got no right to do what they're doing. I don't watch the BBC. Zingo, labor scares me. Yes, they should scare you. Labor is scary. Labor's scary because they're vaguely competent. They're not even competent, but they've got so much power behind them. My phones are going to die, and I've no charger, so it's just in case. You don't need to say goodbye. Nobody say goodbye. Just if you go, it'll be all right. No, it's true. The BBC are big fat liars. Am I allowed to say that? Desperate preparation there, Kerry. Thanks for that. The truth is, here is the truth. What is the truth? The truth is everybody should get like a portable charger. I have one. It gives me 30% extra charge. It's not much, but it's small. I got one that gives me a full charge. It's not as big as you think it is. John Loyne says, Russ, I watched some George Costanza clips last night. He's the man. Yeah, he's the man. He's the man. Stormer looks like a desperate Dan in the Beano. I don't know what that is. Zingo, can you explain what that is? The bloke from the Repair My Nonsense. Who is that? Did I miss that, Joodles? At one time, the BBC was part of the conservative establishment. Now the BBC a Team World. Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather than the part of the conservative establishment right now, but, I can understand how that happened. Jay Blades. Who is Jay Blades? I was shocked about Jay Blades. Until a trial, he's innocent, right? What did Jay Blades do? I don't know. I missed that too. Why, those buggers have all the coke. It's unfair. So what if they do drugs? So what? If it makes the show better, go for it. It's like if you run faster, go for it. The BBC fact-checking turned into Ministry of Truth from 1984. Could you believe them as fact-checkers? How could you believe them as fact-checkers? That's the chutzpah that these people have. They think that they're going to be the media and fact-checkers. The BBC are horrible, says John Van Damme. I watched like a 10-minute video on on YouTube of dogs watching horror movies. Maybe watch after this. It was hilarious. It was hilarious, I guess you're saying. I've got to breathe a little bit deeper. I got a bit excited there. Okay, I've not watched television for over 10 years. I've not heard of these people. Seriously. I've never heard of Greg Wallace until the scandal. Yeah. What big scandal? What did he do? The Arsenal football player was also in court today on multiple Yeah, maybe it's true. Show me the evidence. I bet Jay Blade's wife was more surprised, Chris King asks. I've stopped watching the BBC, says Ruben. It's far too left for my taste. GB News anytime over legacy media. Yeah, go for it. Go for the BBC. BBC used to criticize the EU a lot, too, when they were more conservative. Times have changed. It's an RPE allegation, according to Simon Arnold. Well, what does that mean? What does RPE mean? He's made a bad joke or something? Telegram, Truth Social, X, and Substacks have views that may contradict MSN. Read everything and come to your own conclusions. Yeah. Luckily, we can. We never were able to do that. Do you have any nonsense needing repaired? Well, I do. Everything that I believe in. Lorna says, don't watch the BBC. It's a bunch of biased, lying bastards. I'm with you, Lorna. We won't watch the BBC anymore. No, I'm not watching the BBC. John Loyne, says Judels, Partey makes me effing incandescent. He left him to finish his £300,000 a week contract for years, arrested and charged him today after it expired. Absolute bastards. Who is he? I got to find out who that guy is. Do you know? What's any nonsense, Lucy? Marianne Spring, BBC Verify, has anti-conspiracy theory program coming up. They're against questioning and free thinking. Why wouldn't they be against it? Of course they're against it. It's the BBC. The lying BBC, Big Brother Communications, Big Brother Broadcasting Company. I only watch EastEnders on the BBC, and even it's getting very woke with the storyline. Jay Slade, that's Kerry Mackup. Russ says Jay Slade's is an MBE for his services to Kraft. What is Kraft? Kraft Foods in a movie? What does that mean? I think these honors are just thrown out to anyone. You got to give it to somebody. What you up to, Lewis? I got rid of the TV in 1998. Kim Thomas is somebody relatively new. Thank you, Kim. What am I up to? I don't watch TV. I don't watch any TV, but you got to tell them constantly that you're not watching TV. What are you up to, Kim? Tell us more about yourself. Mark J asks or says to Kerry, EastEnders should be bought by GB News. Yeah, maybe. The old one, because that's where we want to be. We want to be back in time. Judel says, Thomas Partey, Lewis, the Arsenal player who was in court today on multiple RPE charges. Okay, I never heard of him. How old is he? There's a PDF statue outside the BBC headquarters. I mean, who knows? 175 subs. That's so good. Only 25 to go. If you haven't subscribed, anybody, it costs nothing. Blood pressure. I did it before. It was 170 over something, and at 62 beats a minute. So that was all right. It's not great. John Loynes, Judels, modern day football is rotten to the core. It's globalism. It's woke. It's mass distraction. I'm done with it now. I hope the others see sense. What was the team that you supported again? I forgot what it was. You told us before. John Loynes. if any so-called celebrity from television was down to Rio's nudist spa, I would not know them. You would not know them. What if I turned up? Would you know me? It's not. Lucy says it's not a PDF statue, John. It's not. It's not, John. Don't say that. That's what Lucy says. Oh, Lucy Ann is here. The great designer of all the great things that all of you can buy a cup. I don't know. Do we have anything for sale, Lucy Ann? Lucy Ann. It's a different Lucy than Lucy Ann. Maltese Phil is 130/80. What's your pulse, right? Remember, we need to know your pulse. Kerry Macker says, laugh out loud, Kerry. I watched the old classics with my mom during COVID. It was so much better than now with the stories. It wasn't better. It was just a happier time for us. For you, not for me. It was that EastEnders is horrible. Is horrible. Joe says, I agree. I never watched the BBC News and only 1 hour of Good Morning Britain. Yeah, she's speaking to Chris King. Lewis, have you ever watched Some Mothers Do Have 'Em with Frank Spencer? No, I never have. I never have. Hi, lovely chat people. Says Claire C is here. Welcome, Claire C. I love Claire C. My team was Arsenal, yeah, who now protect alleged and keep paying them. Do you want to know something? They're alleged. They should not be considered guilty. I have to take Kim Thomas, so we'll see you later. You don't have to say when you're leaving. Just tell us when you're coming back. Just come back. Kim Thomas. That's a great name. Is that the Kim Thomas that I know? I recently watched it, so it's fun. Zingo. What did you watch that was funny? I don't know. Lucy in there. Hi, Claire C. That's nice. Let's all be friends with each other. Lucy Ann. Hey, my lovely. Lucy Ann does the mugs and did the incredible calendar. I've got one calendar left. I might have to hold on to it. Simon Arnold says, very good BP, Lewis. I have low blood sodium and fluid restrictions. What does that mean? Lucy Ann says, well, what would you like to sell? I'd like to sell anything that you design. Let's design something about this live stream. Let's do something that we could sell that costs like maybe £5 or more, and that we could maybe a bit more, well, £5. How about that? Lucy, if you go to Rio's, you will get a free banana, strawberry, grape, peanut butter, coconut oil massage from Big Brenda. I can't go. I'm Lewis Schaffer. I'd like to go. I'm a pervert as it is. The ladies here know what a pervert is. Do you know that I'm a pervert? I'm a pervert. I like girls. I'll be looking at you. I'll be staring at you. Maybe even the boys, too. This is how defamed. Is that deflamed? I don't know what the right word is. So Lucy says it's Ariel and Prospero. Nothing to do with Eric Gill being a PDF, John Van Damme. So it was designed by Eric Gill. Yeah. Well, you know what? I guarantee you, if somebody owned it, they would say, listen, I don't care. It's Ariel and Prospero. But because it's the BBC, they've got to sit there and say, we're trying to make everybody happy. Come on, Lewis. Tell the viewers you doubled your sausage intake today. Your addiction is getting the better of you. I've been eating a lot of it, yeah. And it's not kosher. Sorry, Ruben. I pee myself laughing at SMDA, haha, and faulty towers and stepped-on cells on the buses. Yeah, it's funny stuff. Lewis's hair seems to be getting greater every day. I thought you said greasier every day. It feels maybe not greasy. Anyway, you did design something. What did you design? Is there something new? Thank you for the sign calendar. Thank you, Russ. Yeah. The ties you don't like, Lewis, maybe. I could probably get rid of those, Joe. That's true. I've got thousands of them. I saw a photo of young, dark-haired Lewis today, and he was looking very hot. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, Lorna. I love it when you girls say nice things about me. How big is Big Brenda, Lucy asks. Is she big? Is she big? I'd still do her. I would do her. The statue is by Eric Gill. Yes, and I went to see his church in Norfolk, or it was out there in Norfolk. Yeah, uncooked recipe cookbook for each month. Yeah, £5. So maybe we could make a calendar of an uncooked recipe, and you could take all the pictures from Twitter. How about that? How about that? Where do I get the loin tie? A girl gave it to me. I forgot who gave it to me. I should keep track, but I'm so ungrateful. If you guys get me something, do you think I'm going to care? I will care, but I'll try to remember. Judal's got me some beef. That was really nice of her. And lamb, good. Lucy, says Russ, unfortunately, I think she would be fat shamed by Lewis. Do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? So today, the estate agent came in and she gave me her card, and she said, "Does that look like me?" And I said, "No, it doesn't look like you, because in the picture you're fat." And did you hear me say that? No. Can you believe I said that? I said, "You don't look fat now. You look lovely. You look lovely, but you were fat there." Don't get fat. Are we losing men? Rianne, funny show on Amazon, I think, is Curb Your Enthusiasm. It is. It's sort of similar to this show with a very lowly amount of work. You got a funny idea and you see where it goes. I mean, obviously they put a lot more work in it than I do. But thank you. I want to say thank you again to Lorna for saying nice things about me. Let's see. There was a local mischievous milkman called Jack, who looked like Jack from on the buses. A very similar guy. Thank you, Mark. Where was this? Where did this take place? I have pork sausages with Yorkshire ale cooking in the oven right now. That sounds amazing. You know what I love, and I shouldn't love it? I love fried onion sausages, or whatever they're called. I love that. I don't mind if you're a perv, Lewis. Thank you very much. Well, every single one of you who's on today doesn't mind. You all know that Lewis Schaffer's a perv, and if you ever contact me, I'm going to talk to you. Lewis, if you were to dye your hair, you would look in your 20s. From a distance, that's not true. From a distance, I might look a bit younger, but up close, you'd think, oh, he's old. It's better. When I stopped color, when I used to color my hair, when I stopped coloring my hair, which was about 10 or 12, 14 years ago, people would come up to me. I was maybe 54 years old. They'd come up to me and they'd look at me from a distance and they say, "Oh, he's got a little bit of life left in him." No, when I used to stop dyeing my hair, they would think, "Oh, he's got a little bit of life in him." I'm not explaining this properly. I got to take a deep breath. Could you do me a favor, producer, and bring the bottle of water in? I'm basically torturing this kid. Lewis, you should invite people to join the stream so we can have a proper conversation with you. I think it would be hysterical. Yeah, if you're just watching, we got 45 people. Everybody come in and say something. Just even say hello. Hello, there you go. Thank you. Oh my God, you're so good. You're so good. You know what, producer? I love you, producer. Do you know that? Do you know that? The fact that I have to say that. Whereabouts in Google Eric Gill Church in Norfolk. Let me see if I can find where that is. Where the Eric Gill Church is. Eric Gill Church in Norfolk. Maybe it was Wales. Maybe it was in Wales. Gorleston St. Peter's, Norfolk churches. It's in, where is it? Where does it say that it is? It doesn't say where it is. Can you see where it is? Gorleston by Sea. It's in Norfolk. That's right. I was there. There it is. Oh, it was really, there you go. Very modern looking. Very, very modern. Very modern. Do you see that, everybody? Hold on, what is this thing doing there? There it is. Let me see if I can put it up here. Hold on. I don't see it. I don't see it. Where is it? That's not it. I don't see it. I don't see it, so you'll have to check it out yourself. A DILF. Am I a DILF? What is a DILF? Silver Fox. What is a Dads, I'd like to thank you very much, Lucienne. Thank you. Thank you. Be careful with me. Be careful. I try to maintain a professional relationship. Lewis, don't change your hair. It's one of the many things that makes you hot. Okay, thank you very much. What makes us all hot? Let's go around. What makes you hot, Claire? What makes Zingo hot and Joe? Yeah, no dying. What makes you hot? Men look older when they dye their hair. They really do. When I was more attractive from a distance with darker hair. A nice, safe, harmless perv, just like I am. Yeah, let's hope that's the case. Dilf, howling. You're howling, John. Toxic dies. Of course you need to tell the producer you love him. You're normally horrible to him. Thank you. Thank you, Joodles. Maybe am I normally horrible? I would like his attention. He's like the audience here. And I can't even see his face. His face is buried in what he's doing. He's not even paying attention to me. Lucienne, can Lewis have that written down in a legal agreement? Let's see what you're saying, Lucy. That I'm a DILF? Lucy told me he'd perved on me. I'd get it written. If Lewis told me he'd perved on me, I'd get it written on a T-shirt for HRO. What does that mean again? What does that mean, Lucienne? If I told you that I'd perved on you, I'd get it written on a T-shirt for sale for SOH. What does SOH mean? I need to tell the producers. I do. Let's go back. Let's see. Let's go back. I don't know what's happened. It's not really moving. Hey, Lewis, I got scared. I was going gray. Hence, I just shaved my own hair. Does anyone think Lewis would look good bald? I think bald men maybe have a better. I don't know. I got a bit of hair. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's all right. But I appreciate you liking it. Okay, yeah. Jack on the buses was hilarious, says Zingo. Lewis, you are an NSHP, says Russ. I don't know what that means. Silver Fox. This is going a bit too far. I love this. This is going a bit too far. So let's talk about something else. What do you have? What do you have that makes you so beautiful? Joodles, what do you have? And you can't use any, you could say you're thin, but you can't use any body part. I'm just chomping on my pork, says Lorna. What do you have that makes you good looking? That you own a Gia. Is that what it is? Lewis, make sure you close down that porn before you start the sharing stream. Yeah, let me turn that down. Let me turn that down. Can you see? How do I get the house to run? How do I get the house to run? Hold on, don't move anywhere. Don't move. I'm trying to upload this thing. Window capture. I don't know. It's window capture, bit, Windows 10. I don't see it. I don't see how to get this thing up. There we go. There you go. I just changed it, Lucy. Thanks a lot. Let's figure out what we can make. Put Vaseline on the lens for soft focus. And with the tin-foiled umbrella, you look 25, Lewis. Yeah. So what? I just want to look. I want to look healthy. I think I'm looking healthy. Look at the house. Look at how beautiful the house of St. Peter's in Gorleston-on-Sea, Norfolk. Yeah, it's beautiful. Should be Gorlston. 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 Gorlston on C. Why should it be that? I don't know. How is it? Is it spelled wrong? Bald Lewis would look like Jerry Sandusky. Jerry Sandusky completing his Jewish sex offender look trillathon. How do you know about him? He was huge in America. I read about him. I don't know. I don't know if he was. Oh. Lucy. Lucy knows a lot of stuff. This is the other Lucy. She knows a lot of stuff. And that's what I like. I like women who know stuff. They say, oh, Lewis, you're a misogynist. I like smart girls, but I also like girls who don't go around being smart. Bald Lewis, okay. Lots of high Anglican and Roman Catholic churches have copies of his Stations of the Cross reliefs. I mean, this is his church. It does not look that great, honestly. It does not. I don't go, oh my God, this is amazing, but maybe it was amazing at the time. Mark J says, what about a bloke is bald through ladies? What about when a bloke is bald through ladies? Well, they are, because they eat a high-carb diet, and high carbs make you bald. You want to have a good head of hair, do not eat carbs. I believe that, said Mark J. You're making my knees weak, Zingo. What is this about? My boobs, personality, and sense of humor. Ha. Yeah. But what specifically about your personality? My vulnerability, apparently. Yeah, men like a vulnerable woman. Not too, no, they don't. I'm joking. I'm getting porn cold turkey. So I've purchased a DVD player from Amazon to watch my old DVDs. This is what the ulterior plan of the horrible left is doing. They want us to buy old porn, right? I think that's possibly true. I'm drinking some water. I mean, is he playing Minecraft? Who's playing Minecraft? He does play Minecraft. He died. Yeah, you need more producer, to be honest. People want you, producer. They want you. The XX has a 1983 MK5 Crusader. What kind of car was an MK5 Crusader? I heard today that bodybuilders in the USA are paying for women's breast milk. It doesn't say if it's shipped frozen or taken from the source. It's probably good for you. Could it be good for you? It's probably good for you. I guess. You don't know. Vin Diesel, Bruce Willis, do they carry bald well girl? Do they carry bald well girls? Let's put some pronunciation in that. I don't know what that means. Lewis, you have great hair. Okay, enough about me. I'm not going to read any more of these comments. There was a man in Liverpool years ago who was bald and put cherry blossom on his head, and pretending he had hair, everyone called him Cherry Blossom. What is cherry blossom? Is that the pink flower? Is that what a cherry blossom is? All these women drooling over Lewis are shrinking my nuts. Please stop. Exactly. It's doing the same for me. I love Cortina Crusaders, Rio Brown, says Zingo. Yeah, we don't need to say too many nice things about me, but it is nice. Lucy Ann said she will get it. I don't know what that means. I don't like weird, out-of-shape houses, and that's one of them. Better as a church. Yeah. I mean, is it well designed? I can't tell. It's like I don't know. Can we remove the church? Yes, we can. Okay, here we go. There you go. I removed the church, says Lucy Ann. Have you seen the woman with the lovely beard? I haven't seen it, but could be. I used to live beside one of the oldest churches in Northern Ireland, Kerry Macca says. It's so old, I used to walk around it. And it was it had an old fairy tree in it too. Laugh out loud. I wouldn't walk around it at night, though. No, you wouldn't. I love old soap cemeteries. Black boot polish, says Kerry. I don't know what that means. Some great churches here and also in Malta. Yeah, great churches. I mean, the history in Malta is unbelievable, and really good history in Britain. Won't be here for long when they tear it down and make it into mosques or whatever they're going to do. Like what they did in Greece and Spain. They made it into mosques. Some great, yeah, they made it into mosques. Cherry blossoms is shoe polish. Oh, I see. I didn't understand that. But Rianne stepped right in, which is why she gets a kiss from Lewis Schaffer. Thank you very much, Rianne. Thank you. I love graveyards too, says Judels. Is this the real world? I could spend hours in them thinking of all the wee people. Yes. Yeah, that's good. Well, you'd be joined with Lewis Schaffer. I don't go to, I spent enough time in cemeteries. Judels. I spent enough time. Lucy Ann can't go to church. Well, why can't you go to church, Lucy Ann? Why can't you go? Okay, we'll talk about cemeteries on the way back. We'll talk about my hair. Not too much. But I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Can I take a 2-minute break? I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm not feeling a bit tired. I just have to stop talking for a 2-minute break. Okay, 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Welcome back. I'm back. I have to take a break. I have to take a break every hour just to make sure I don't have a stroke. Not that I had a stroke the first time. I'm not sure if I had a stroke, but thank you very much for thank you for staying. Let's see how many people we have watching today. Let me just check this out. Thank you for staying, everybody. Okay. Mm. Okay. 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 All right, welcome back, everybody. So, what are we going to discuss for the rest of the thing? We've got 33 people here. Thank you, Kinsey. Thank you, so what are we going to discuss nice for the rest of the thing? We've got 33 I got to take a break, Kinsey. Thank you. It's better this way. It's better this way. I got to take a break. It's better. I think it's better this way. I can't do it any other way. I mean, 2 hours. I got to take a break. I think it's better this way. I can't do it any other way. What was I eating? I don't want to say what I was eating. I was going to bring it out. I can't do it any other way. What was I eating? I don't want to say what I was eating. Carrots. My son buys carrots, which he makes into bolognese. He puts them in the refrigerator, and then they go bad. And this is the first carrot I've had in like months. Puts them in the refrigerator. Guys, that's what bad. And this is the first carrot I've had in like months. Puts them in the refrigerator. Right, guys, that's what bad. And this is the first carrot I've had in like echo. That shouldn't be an echo. It's not that there was an echo. I'll tell you what it is. Thank you very much for that message. Thank you, Kinsey. Thank you. Echo. An echo is on. Sorry, Rianne. The reason there's an echo is because I'm looking on this screen. You can't see the screen that I'm looking at. It's this Streamlabs thing. But if I go to YouTube, it turns the YouTube video on that I was watching, and then that's why it sounds like an echo. I enjoy listening to you, but not with this echo. Okay, is the echo off? Oh my God, I nearly fell off my ladder. Keith Bexley. I might. Yeah. Pizza. Sometimes I have pizza. I should, but look at how thin I am. Let's be honest. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. You can see that. Can you see? There's like nothing there. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. It's still a little bit. I mean, some women might find it attractive. But to me, I still need to lose like 2 or 3 kilos. I'm fat. I feel, Jedster says, I'm fat. Yeah, I feel fat. I feel fat. Okay. You don't need to be on Streamlabs. What do you suggest, Joodles? Can you make a suggestion? Look at how thin I am. Proves the moderate amount of carbs doesn't matter. I don't need a moderate amount. I am considered to be low carb. Low carb. Your show really cheers me up. A couple of years ago, I felt suicidal, and I went to the library. Here's a joke coming. I went to the library to ask if they had any books on suicide. I was told they had lots, but people never brought them back. Is that true? That's actually funny. Phil Scarides. Hey, Phil. Good to see you. Welcome back. Have not seen you in a while. Phil Scarides. That is a Greek name. So, good to see you. So, let's say hello to Phil. Let's say hello to Phil. And Cheese String is back. Show us your naked body, babe. I will. I will. So someday I will. Someday I'll be all naked and everything. I mean, that's really bad. Can I be all naked? And no, you can't. Nobody wants to see a guy naked. The echo reminds me of modern classical music. I had a lecturer who would have climaxed listen to that. Yeah, it could be possible. It could be possible. Lewis will show us on the bus tour. I'll show you what I look like. I'm 68 years old. How good could it be? How good could it? Well, this is the worst thing. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed about myself. You know, I'm embarrassed. Anyway, so that's what Mark says. Mark Thorosian. He's half Armenian, Mark Thorosian, right? So the point is, what is the point? It would send Claire C. and a few others to heaven. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing about Lewis Schaffer being a big celebrity is that naked depends on the guy, who the guy is, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Women, yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know, if you like somebody, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get all of us to like each. Not I'm trying to. It would be nice if we all liked each other. If we all made friends with each other. If we all maybe had boyfriends, 40 or at 40, it's gone up to 40. Okay. If we all made friends with each other and maybe had relationships, if we're girls, because I know it's really important for girls and guys too. Lots of guys, they feel like lonely at a certain age. And, you know, maybe if we all like the guys, like the girls. It went down to 34. Went down. Yeah, all right. So it's all right. It's not the end of the world. We'll be back. We'll be back up there. We'll be back up. I mean, he's half Armenian. Well, it's all English. Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to fight for it. Look what the Azeris did to the Armenians. Scrotums are not pretty. Yes, they're not pretty, no. But if you love the guy that the scrotum is attached to, Lorna, what do you think? Women need sex. Guys need sex, yeah. Women need a guy who loves them. Who loves them and wants to touch them and that kind of thing. Yes, that's true. They may not need sex at a certain age. I think women need less sex than men need at a certain age. But they need a nice I don't know. I think they need a nice cuddle. Cheese String. What do you think? What do you think? I think, yeah. On a different note, I phoned the Samaritans. They told me not to bother them. I think the 3-hour call was the problem. Yeah, yeah. Judels is explaining Latin plurality. Lewis, we like each other and have kind of bonded, as you know. Yeah, it feels that way. It feels like you like each other. It feels like you like each other. Anyway, I like it too. Do flowers still work? You should never give a woman flowers before she likes you. Once she likes you, that's important. You give flowers to your wife. This is what I believe, the romantic Lewis Schaffer. You give flowers to your wife. You don't go on a first date and here's flowers. It's real. Women do not like that. Do women like that? Do you like that? Kerry rather have a hot dinner. Yeah, Rianne says, I would like a gentleman companion to dine out with and to drive me about. Yes, okay. Well, where are you again? You're in Wales or Ireland. Where are you, Rianne? Where are you, Rianne? My ex barely touched me down there. Put me off him at first. Then I lasted 1 minute and he had an argument and split up. Okay, let's go back to that. Maybe we could add a couple of periods or something. My ex barely touched me down there, period. Put me off him at first, period. Then I lasted 1 minute and we had an argument and split up. Okay. All right, it was still funny, Judels. Judels is very funny. I was going into caring for elderly people, and when I was asked, could I wash men's bits and bobs, I was like, So safe to say I didn't go into caring for other people anyways. Well, don't they need their bits and their bobs to be washed? Don't they want their bits and their bobs? Love the Latin scroti, Jules, says Joe. So there you go. It sounded Latin. In Wales, sometimes in Greenwich. That's close to me, Rianne. Anybody live in Wales who's got a car is a guy who wants to go out to dinner with Rianne? That'd be nice. I had flowers before the date, a bit keen, I thought. So it can be a bit much. Exactly. That's exactly the point I'm making. Women think it's a bit keen. You can't be too keen. Afterwards, they go, wow, that was nice. Wasn't expecting that. Women like that, I think, a bit more. Women don't like keen, Mark Therosian. They don't like keen. They think, well, what does he want from me? He's not going to be my friend afterwards. I prefer a plant or orchid to flowers because they last longer. Well, aren't plants and orchids kind of like flowers? A bit creepy, Mark, says Kerry. Buy her a pint instead. Yeah. The thing about us as we get older, you can't be too needy. Women don't like too needy. I seem like I'm very needy, but I am needy. But don't be too needy. Don't be too needy. Don't be too needy. It's the same with chocolates. Yeah, Mark likes chocolates. Don't give a girl chocolates. You shouldn't give a girl chocolates. It's basically saying, here's diabetes. Do not give girls chocolates. Yes, of course, they are often blathered and shite. Women. Yes, you often tell her lies and lies. Cut flowers don't last as a potted plant. Yeah, potted plants are better. I was lectured today by the woman coming to see the flat about my dead plants. I let them die. Here's diabetes. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Chocolate, here's diabetes. Here's cake, here's diabetes. Here's candy, here's diabetes. Basically. So I'm against it. I'm really, really, really against it. Okay? So that's what we should do. If you want to meet somebody, you say, hey, are you around? I don't know what's the right way to tell a girl, hey, you sound interesting, because we don't know what each other's looks like. Do we know what we look like? We don't know. Do the gay hand thing again. To who? Are you talking to me? Lucy wants chocolates. Well, you can't have chocolates. First of all, we can't have chocolates because we're at the Fat Club, so we cannot have chocolates. Women, in my experience, do not like do not like too needy. No, we don't. They don't, sorry. But also don't like not knowing what's going on. So what's the answer? You don't know. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So there's a very delicate line with women. But Lucy, save your chocolates for Lucy. She wants chocolates. I killed the plants by not watering them and taking care of them. I killed them. I'm thinking the rain is going to get to them, but they're indoors. Mark J says, and definitely don't give any diet books. May get a wallop just for that. Yeah, say, hey, you should never tell a woman. Never tell a woman, if you were thin, you'd be so beautiful. I've heard that said by some women that I've gone out with. Never say that. I had a Welsh friend called Diabetes. Diabetes. Yeah, sounds also very very Tibetan. The diabetes. Sex is a must. I get incredibly horny at the thought of Lewis naked, but I can hold myself. I'm sitting in the corner of my cushion rubbing. That's very nice. Very nice. Okay, we don't, I like to hear that, but we can't. Give us chocolates and say your arse looks fat in your jeans. I guess that's the best of both worlds. You know what? Here's chocolates. I know you like it because I like fat chicks. I don't know, Lauren, if that's the right thing. That'll work. Half Armenian guy, says Joodles. What does Joodles say? What were your plants, Lewis? I don't know. I'm not a plant. I'm not a plant liker. Screw plants. We don't need plants indoors. We're indoors, Jules. I did my running today. I did 11,000 steps. I might not go out after this. I'm going to go to sleep early. I went to sleep early last night. I'm banning cheese string. Cheese string, you're going to be, first of all, he says he's a girl. That's not the kind of joke that a girl can make, but I appreciate it. If you don't, Lucy will ban you. You have not met me, Mark Therosian. Chocolate. She likes chocolate. Plants are good indoors when you water them, obviously, says Kinsey. Yeah, they're good, but so what? Lewis, I think it's very important women are allowed, that's a misspelling, are allowed, A-W-A-L-L-O-W, to talk dirty on here. Well, ask the women. What do the women think? Are they going to be turned off if women are talking dirty? I'm not getting all these messages. Why are you not getting all the messages, Carrie? I love plants. Put yourself on live chat. Top chat. Live chat. Vantanized Music says, I actually have a friend who calls his thing his cheese pipe. Well, that's because he's not circumcised. That's why you got the cheese from under. You got a lot of from under cheese growing there. Don't challenge me, Joodles. I am on my best behavior. I don't want to upset Lewis. Don't worry, you're not going to upset me. It's very hard to upset Lewis. But you could have, if people are upset that they want to hear girls being dirty and whatever, I don't mind personally. I'm just so worried about that I'm going to say something dirty and that I'm going to be banned from YouTube. I'm a coward. People know this about me. I'm a coward. Don't challenge me, Joodles. I am on my best behavior. Okay, wait, I'm repeating that again. Lewis, your show is turning into a dating app. Yeah, it shouldn't turn into a dating app, but why not? Why not bring people together? An avocado tree, says Rianne Baston from Wales, makes a nice house plant. Needs loads of watering. Well, then it's not a great house plant. Mark Therosian says, are us men going to be turned off? Women talking dirty on here will increase the numbers, Lewis. Quicker to that 1,000 subscribers. Okay. But I'm afraid they're going to be thinking, oh, this is about Lewis. No. Okay. Yeah, maybe it'll go to 1,000. Live chat on tops. Switch it to all messages. Let me see what I've got there. Do I have that? So Kerry Max says, Kerry, have you got all the comments selected on the right of your screen? All comments on the right. I don't know what that means. Let's see. So dating app, as we've said, still not pulled. Laugh out loud, says Joe to Chris King. Yeah, well, give it time. Give it time. Let's organize a meeting somewhere. It doesn't have to. It can be anywhere in the country. I'll go up there. We'll charge a couple of pounds to make it worth my while. Lewis, your show is turning into a classic Ron Jeremy movie. I like Ron Jeremy, even though I was told by someone, I don't remember who said, someone, I think, that I shouldn't say nice things about Ron Jeremy. You don't like this. You don't like this, Lucy. I see a throwing up face. 977 plus 1. Yes, we're Phil Scorides. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. Very nice. Too much smut and I'm off. She doesn't want smut. The Welsh girls are way more conservative than the Northern Irish girls, I think. Then you're... Riang, do you get the messages from Lorna? Is Lewis coming back? What do you mean coming back where? Marianne is behind. She is in Peekskill, New York. Yeah, they can be a bit conservative up there in Peekskill. Can they be? I'm not even sure. Meeting at Rio's nudist spa. The swinging room is upstairs. I mean, it sounds so amazing. I don't think I could handle it, though. I don't like smut either, says Kerry. So 2 no smuts. Not a Valley girl. Well, she's a Hudson Valley girl, Lud. Marianne is a Hudson Valley girl. Crikey, Mark, don't tell her. Don't tell her. That's what Lorna's speaking to her. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'll tell you what else is interesting, what I thought was interesting. I find it interesting that, producer, what are you cooking? Hey, let's make sure we go on Discord because I'm basically losing energy and I feel like I'm not in bad shape, but I'm gonna go to Discord. Hold on. I'm putting you guys on Discord. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Just hang on to what you've got. Da, 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 you got a lot of love between us. Hang on to what you've got. There we go. 35. It says 35 watching here. Okay, here's the Discord thing. Go to Discord. Invite yourself into Discord. Are you all going into Discord? Reading the cheese pipe and rubbing. Okay. So what do I say? I only want smut that you. Oh, I'm saying. Let's get back on track. So we're. Yeah, where's Shanks? He hasn't been here for a couple of days, but he's here. They're all here. You don't have to be embarrassed about it. You've got other things to do. You got other things to do. Reading cheese pipe and rubbing within a few seconds of each other is a little much. Okay, catch it tomorrow. No. I'm on the fence. We're not going to talk about smut. Lucy, remember N8 Virgo and Slumbert. Yeah, You can't expect people to watch. You know what happens? A lot of times it goes off because people aren't liking. Can we like this thing? Thank you, Phil, for subscribing. Can we like this thing? Can we subscribe? Can we join? Can we join? Yes, Lambert was from Denmark. Yeah, he's from Denmark. But the fact is that people go, they come and they go. They come and they go. Is that a song too? So make sure you're on. How many people are using the Discord thing? But here's what I was thinking. Lewis just rejoined. How long was this bit? I don't know. Slumber took the hump about Greenland. Oh, what did I say something bad about Greenland? I forgot. Danish people think they own it. They don't own it. It's part of America. Well, you know what I mean? If they don't own it. And they were never nice to the Greenlanders. I went there in 1975. They were not nice to the Greenlanders. I mean, whatever. I haven't stopped today after that bad weather. Needed to get on top of things. Back to normal now. There you go. Too much smut will get Lewis. Yeah, we don't need the smut. We need people. If you say, Lewis, if you say I'd like to be taken out to dinner, nobody's going to respond. This is the 2000s. We're not into being taken out to dinner. I said Denmark shouldn't own it. Yeah. Well, is there an argument over Denmark owning Greenland? You know, what does that mean, Joodles? Lewis, how do you attract so many horny ladies in such a short space of time? Please share your secret for the gentleman in the chat. Have I attracted that many? We could say, what about the men? I don't know. Well, what does it take for us to like Jedster over here? I like you, Jedster. Let's go out with Jedster. Lucy Pity Slumber was your first viewer, and he helped you get started. Oh, that is sad. It is sad. Yeah. Vote Labor recommends joining the Muslim app. Yeah, Muslim women, I mean, they're good women until they find out that they're living in England and they can get away with murder. But maybe someday they won't be able to get away with murder. I don't think anyone would leave his chat show over a comment about Denmark. Well, that's possible, Mark Therosian, but people can get upset. People were upset with when I talked about Ron Jeremy. I'm not going to mention who it was. Or when I say that I was Me Too, they got upset about that. You know, you think, well, why would they get upset? Kerry Macker says, I can't believe I found this. I was gutted when I didn't see Lewis as often on GB News. And then I found this. You're so happy. Yeah, I'm really happy to be doing this. Really, really happy. And you know what it was? I was thinking I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go do this thing because it's not ready, because it's very low production values. That's what I was thinking. It's very low production values. And then I thought, oh, just do it. Just do it. And it's been all right. It's, it's not growing, but it is consistent. We've 45 to 55 people every show. Now it's down to how much is it down to? 33. It's something. It's something. And you get rewarded when you stay. I was constantly told, don't do straight shows. We've done 56 straight shows. It's August 5th. 56 straight shows. And they say, don't do 56 straight. What do you got to talk about 56 straight shows? But it's a different kind of thing. It's a different kind of thing. We get to know each other. It's more like a friendly thing. Several former GB News hosts also came here to start up YouTubes. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. The problem is that this TV is not the TV that it once was. There was no plan B. YouTube is plan B. Cheesy String says, what do you call... I I don't know. We got to be nice to people. Basically, we've got to be nice. Let's get an exclamation point. Yeah. So that's why I'm really glad. 56 straight shows, and I'm not saying every show is getting better. I'm not even saying it's even getting better. I'm saying we're getting to know each other, and I get to talk. It's something. I like that when we were talking for a very long time, but it's not healthy. I can't do it. Dan Wooten and Mark Stein are on the YouTube, right? Yeah, Mark Stein was on it beforehand. What did you, Jared, said? Lorna, have you got Duppy Trends contracture? What is Duppy Trends contraction? Jules laughed at that, but what does it mean? Yes, it runs in the family. Duppy Trends. Duppy Trends. What is Duppy Trends? Premier Football starting soon, so I'll have to watch the reruns unless you fit the shows in. Well, what show? Doesn't the football end at 3? At 5, sorry, Chris King. What do you say about that? Does the Premiership ends at 3, or is there a show from 5 to 7? Lots of people don't watch at all football all day. Was that the Me Too shenanigans, like legal warfare against you? Protect the sir. It wasn't legal warfare against me. It was a woman who was angry at me. She was angry and she wanted everybody not to like me because everybody thought I was a nice guy. Everybody thought I was a nice guy. So he said, don't think I'm a nice guy. That's what the Me Too. I don't know if this is right. Lucy might not agree with me. But she was, so she told people, Lewis is not a nice guy. And a lot of people believed her at that time because it was the height of the Me Too. It was in 2016 or something. John Van Dam, that's what the story is. You're doing fine, Lewis. Just keep a grip rather than let others run the chatter. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, how do I do that? Producer, what are you eating? It smells so good. Okay, the show is growing organically. It just goes in different directions, says Joe. And we all get to know each other better. Yeah. Yeah. Carrie's. I don't know who you're talking to, you, Jared, but Carrie can't be bothered with football. Yeah. What did you get off Grok, Joodles? What did you just get off Grok? I think being here for a couple of hours a day, Mark Therosian, really helps people and makes them feel part of a community. Yeah, I think so. It's good for me. And I could see how, at first I couldn't see. We got 40 people watching now. I couldn't believe that people would be interested. But it's good. We get to know each other. And if you have a problem, you might try not to tell people your problems. Let's be nice. Lewis is nice. Thank you. Daddy Bannister is in the house. As you are, Daddy. I like being called Daddy. I think it's a very sexy name. I can't be arsed with you, Carrie, says Mark. She's like as a joke. Vote Labor? Who will you vote for if there was an election? I don't know. I have a hard time voting. Donald Trump, but Yvette Evie, good to see you. Oh, Lewis, don't be despondent. When Tony and I used to come and see your shows, there wasn't many more people than now. There was a lot less people than now. Quality, that's exactly true. There's shows in the basement. The longest running, and there were very few people there. That is so funny. Yes, I always forget about that. I have to remember. Got 500 people are watching these. Maybe not 500, 400, 300. Yeah. Is Genghis Khan standing? He's my type of strong leader. Yeah. Lorna. Russ. Lorna says she's your favorite guy, Lewis. There you go. Lewis, I used to work in a baking factory. I was part of a team baking mass amounts of bread. My my official title was Massa Baker. Was Master Baker. That's funny. Funny, not funny. Good, very funny. And I like Russ for interjecting these things. A focal point makes me feel more centered and positive. That's what this show is. It gives you something to do at 5. You're free before 5. You're free after 7. You're free whenever you want to. You can miss a day. I'm eating sausages with carbs. Well, that's the English way. German sausages don't have any carbs. Polish sausages don't have any carbs. Only English sausages have carbs. Have carbs. Potato and mash and potato. How that's so British, and so I used to love that. Who's been to Lewis's show? Who's been there? Was I similar, Evie? Was I similar to what I am now, or have I changed, or am I being a phony now, or whatever? A lot fewer people, Lewis. Yeah, can you believe that? Well, I've been in the basement. If we were lucky, we had 30 people. I was there with 10, 15, 10, even less. And a lot of them would walk out. One time we had, I think, 15 people, and 14 of them said they had to catch a plane. And that's what they lied about. They walked out. 14 walked out. Can we get some pronunciation round to here? A lot fewer. That's not pronunciation. What did I say? A lot fewer people? What did I say? How did I say that, Judas? Can you please pronunciate that for me? Any new people here, please subscribe. Let's get Lewis to 1,000. That's brilliant. Thank you, Mark. John, I've had my sausage. Pork with Yorkshire ale. What does that mean, pork with Yorkshire ale? Did it have... Hey there, Mark. Marianne says hello to Mark. Yes, bloody colonials, Joodles. Am I a colonial? You average between 350 and 600 views per show, Lewis. It shows that a lot are watching them after the live version has ended. Yeah, I'm always afraid to put it up because it doesn't seem. I'm afraid to put it up, but I am putting it up now regularly. It's great socializing with everybody on here. German sausages come with potato salad and sauerkraut. That sounds so good, Maltese film. Lorna Hutchinson says, not me, Kerry. I go nowhere. I want to be driven about. You want to be driven about? Yeah. Well, yeah, people up there like to be driven about. I used to have a car. I don't have a car anymore. It's pretty amazing the number of people that we have, I think. Yes, Joe, Kinsey, it's really amazing. 304, it's a lot of people. You're looking at this, you think, oh, it's only 37, but it's maybe 300 people listening to the full amount. I think Lewis is true. And to get even over 950 subs is amazing. I think it's all right. I'm not gloating or anything. I'm just happy. I'm happy. Everything's fine. Yvette says, looking compared to how I look. You've changed, looking gorgeous, but your humor and you are the same. Yeah. Thank you very much, Evie. That is really, really nice. My regards to Tony. Give him my regards. How is he doing? He's a tall. Where did he come from? Where did Tony come from? Did he come from up north? Or did he come from the south? I don't even remember. Lewis, seriously, the other day I told a joke to my neighbor, and it was the joke I stole from you. It was the one about my erection being like a Nazi losing faith in Hitler. That's yeah, I shouldn't make a symbol. But yeah, Lewis, it's as the time goes on, it's not that good. Lewis, I have used a lot of your great jokes. You can. Just give me credit. Say that's like the great Lewis Schaffer. I can make delicious sausage rolls. When I can be arsed, Lorna. Yeah, sausage rolls are delicious. I have sausage rolls, but if I do, I basically cut half of the sausages off of them. Half of them. Simon says I've hit the big time. It's going in the right direction, and we obviously love it, or we wouldn't be here. Thank you. I'd like to say that I don't need to hear this kind of complimentary talk, but I do, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. Simon Higgs has been here the entire time. My favorite Beatles song is about the lettuce, cucumber, and tomato. It's called The Salad of John and Yoko. That's good. So our Big Brendas. What are you saying? So are Big Brendas. What is that about? That was funny, Russ. The salad. It's talking about lettuce, cucumber, and tomato. It's called The Salad of John and Yoko. We're gonna stop the show in about 5-10 minutes. Okay. Tim Vine, great. I've been on many shows with Tim Vine. I love Tim Vine. I just ate 2 sausage rolls. I mean, what makes a sausage roll so good? Sausages are really good, and then the sausage roll is carbs, and it induces you to eat more. That joke, Lewis, was hilarious. At 3 a.m. Yes. Yeah, not so funny at 7, but has anyone tried the Savoy truffle? Thank you, Simon. Yeah. That's good. No. So it's good. But it's good. I like to worry. I don't want to assume everything's okay, and then you wake up one day and you've been fired. I would have been better on GB News if I had worried. I stopped worrying. I just was so upset that somebody was yelling at me all the time when I should have just been worried. Yeah, Kerry can't eat that because we don't eat carbs. We don't eat carbs. We don't eat carbs. Kerry says, speak for yourself, Lorna. Yeah, very strong. Very strong. Hopefully GB News will call you again this week. Yeah, it's good. It's good to go in. My son went the last time. It was nice having him there. Is a quiche carbs because I'm going to eat it anyway? It's got some carbs. It's mostly egg, I think, right? What does it have in it? I'll tell you right now. I've got my app, and I'll tell you what kind of quiche is it. Tell me what kind of quiche. And how do you spell quiche? K-E-I? Oh, Q. A cheese and onion quiche? How about one of those? Yeah, Mark J asks. 100 grams is 19 grams of carbs. It's high in carbs. 19 grams, 19% carbs. It's only 8% protein, so it's not as high in protein. And it's got 18 grams of fat. I would say it's not horrible, but it's not, I don't know. I would eat it, but yeah, that's right, Lorna, you did. I make cheese and onion quiche with a tub of cream. Well, let's see how much that is. Can I see how much that is? Let me just look here how much that is. I don't have the thing. It doesn't say. What brand? Ham quiche? Ham quiche, I'll tell you now. Hold on one sec. Zero carbs, zero fat. Oh, that's a lie. They're lying. Hey, guys. Yeah, thank you very much. Who's here? Leanne is here. Beautiful Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. Leanne has arrived. Quiche is a pastry base, but you can exchange the pastry for slices of ham. Very good point. Yes, that's very good point. I forgot that. Yeah, quiche, has the thing. That's why it's high in carbs. Lewis, next time I can ask you your thoughts about the Bernard Goetz incident. Also, do you remember all about that back then? Maybe if people in the chat don't know, I will explain it to them. Yeah, we can talk about it next time. I mean, it's not a happy subject. It's similar to what's happening here. Holland and Barrett are selling zero-carb noodles, also zero-carb pasta, and zero-carb rice. I have not tried it, though. Don't eat fake food. Don't eat zero-carb anything. Don't. Just eat food without carb. If you want to have more, put the ham underneath the carb. Yeah. 22 subs from AK from AK. What does that mean? Let me see what we have. Let me just see if we're 22. Oh my God, we've made such tremendous we're making real progress. That's really great. Thank you, John Van Dam. That's really great. K is 1,000. Oh, I see. Maybe, yeah, okay, K. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. I didn't understand that. Fake fish from Jeff Bezos. Yeah, don't eat fake food. Cheese and onion walkers are the best. They are the best, but they're not good for you. And what makes them more edible is it's very salty. And it's got umami flavor. Yeah. It's got umami flavor. By August 20th, it will be 1,000 subs. Maybe quicker. If you go on GB News more frequently, yeah. That would be so good. That would be so good. The best I see is that YouTube partnership has been accepted. Best see if that YouTube partnership. You mean they may not accept me because it's a bit dirty, whatever. Yeah, it could happen. Somebody could complain about me. They could say, how could you have this guy? Cancel him. My son lost 4 stone a lot of years ago, and that was how he made his quiche. Yeah. And maybe don't put potatoes in there. Don't put very many. But remember, monetizing a live stream show means ad will be chucked in. So we'll end up losing what you were saying every ad break. Just warning you. Oh, that's bad. Okay, we'll have to maybe work on a weekend around. Maybe it'll be good because if there's an ad break, I can take a break. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're approaching 1,000. That's what it might mean. You might be right, Strudels, says Lud. I would probably get more nutrition if I ate the cardboard box that it comes in. Yeah. Sensations that chill chips are good too. I love crisps. It's addictive. Yes, they're addictive because they have salt, and salt makes you eat more. They think your body's dehydrated or dehydrating, so they make you drink more. They lie to you. And carbs are sugar, and nobody ever has just one carbs. And it has salt. It has other stuff. It's very bad for you. I don't normally, but I ate flaming hot sour cream Pringles today. At 80 today, you're 82.6. But you're also very tall, or you're not. So, yeah. You just got, if you have a crisp, say I'm going to have 5 crisps, and you savor them. And like Russ says, think about eating them in advance before you eat them. That's what I think you need to do. Think about eating them and just think about how much you're going to eat and how you're going to eat them. And you just savor the joy and then throw the rest out. They might let you play some music too if it's like a radio and a chat account. I don't know what they offer on the monetize options. I mean, podcast and songs with chat. I will have to find out. He didn't put potatoes in his quiche. Who didn't? Me? No. Or is that John Van Dam? I'm surprised Hermes has not been banned. Oh, what is that? I don't know what that's about. Crisps and sandwiches, yes or no? No, because it's got enough carbs as it is. Does it not have enough carbs as it is? So why do you need chips? Why do you need crisps and sandwiches, Alex? Joodles likes it. We're not compatible. I could only manage struggling with my food. I wanted more, though. What do you mean you struggled? What do you mean you struggled with chips? Hot spices, says Kerry. I used to love a chip sandwich, says Lorna. I think no, too, unless you crunch them into crumbs. But remember, it's like sometimes you see a sandwich with a plate of chips, or you see a baked potato with crisps. I mean, no, I say no to that. Maybe. Okay. Last 2 minutes, everybody. We're gonna end in 2 minutes. Maybe it's worth asking some of the other GB News people who do YouTube and see what they know, Lewis. They sure could advise you. Yeah, Kinsey says. Kinsey says that. Pringles. I told you I ate one of the first batches of Pringles even before it hit the store. It hit the store. There was like a protest demonstration. Who is Hermes, Russ? When you hit 1,000K and go worldwide famous, don't abandon us. I will. Of course I will. What do you think? I'm going to stay here? Stay here. I'm going to be famous. I used to eat cheese and onion jacket potatoes with bread as well. Yeah, because it's the same food. Pasta and spaghetti. Who was I? Great, though. It was great. It was great. Different kinds of spices, whatever. Okay, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye. Anything else you want to say for the last 2 minutes? Anything else you want to say? Write it down there, and then I got to turn the whole thing off. Hermes. How do you pronounce it? It's Adame. Back in my school days, we could get cob and crisps, or cob and chips. A hollowed out bread cob. Bread. A hollowed out bread cob filled with bread. Okay, we'll see you later. This was fun. I had a really great time. This is one of the best shows we've ever had. It wasn't high energy, but I was really enjoying it. I thought everyone was in a good humor, and it made me in a good humor. And we had some new people in. Nonstick Nick came in late, and Russ and Kinsey. Ian Johnson's here. Thank you, Ian. Make sure you subscribe if you can, Ian Johnson. Joodles and John Van Dam and Joe and Kerry. I thought it was a really good show. And Lorna, and I'll tell you who else. Let's see who else is here. Let's see. Hold on. Well, it's Seller of Audix says, have you been here the entire time? Joodles and Kerry and Leanne, Lucy, both Lucys, my favorite people. Mark J, Simon Arnold. Who have I forgotten? Let's catch up with everything. Alex is here. Lorna, great participation today. They fired me. They haven't really. But they haven't hired me either. I think I'm slow fired, but it's all right. Hey, thank you for asking about it. I might be on Saturday or Friday or Thursday. Who knows whether they'll have me on. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much. Seller, what you can do is you can go to the join button or the subscribe button. Subscribe is free. Go to the subscribe and help me reach 1,000. That'd be so great for me. Ian Johnson, have you ever played the Headliners Comedy Club? Yes, I have. What a fantastic room that was. In the George IV pub, yes. Played them many, many, many times. Do you remember me there? You remember? when you go when you hit 1,000K and go on Worldwide Famous don't abandon us. Okay, I'll try not to. Thank you very much, John Van Dam. Okay, let's see who else, and then we'll say goodbye. Daddy Bannister was here. That was brilliant. And Ian Haig. So we've had, and Leanne came late, but still she was here. That's all that matters. And Joe, fantastic Joe. So thank you, everyone. I'm gonna see what's going on with the thread, with the chat, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. Susan Stevenson. Hopefully this week. I hope to be back. We don't know. They could be slow firing me. Could be. Lucy, Cheese Strings, goodbye. Lucy, bye-bye. Go on to Discord. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. So this is me. 56 days on the go. A pretty damn good effort sounding terribly English. That's the way English people talk. Terribly English. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Thank you, Nonstick Nick. Thank you. Go to the Discord above. Go over to the to the subscribe. Press the subscribe button. It's free, and it will mean a lot to me. I wave goodbye.